Alright, welcome back everybody. Do this. Also, time to try out the last of these ancient Scottish ales. We got gooseberry today. I've never had a gooseberry. I have no idea what they're like, but here's a little hoppy, but not bad. Not bad. It's not the best choice, it's Spacer's choice. I love their self-aware advertising. Oh yes. Happy Beer Day. Think. Alright. Let's see. Ah yes, I was trying to get over there, wasn't I? For some reason. I think it was the Vicar's quest? It's like a Crayola pastel planet. For you. Prepare to be marauded in the head!
Here we go!
How dare you survive a headshot? That's rude. Clearly I need a better gun. Yeah, those guys can get rid of that last one. It's fine.
Well done. We're still alive.
Yes, I noticed. Me. Okay. Try this one. Or not. Do this one.
Fallbrook's on the other side of the bridge there if you need a drink. We're only halfway to the mountain, so might consider stopping in.
Yeah, let's do that. Got some questing to do in here. Raising your blocking skill. Who blocks things anyway? That's
Time for a
silly.
round of whist. Or a round of whiskey. Or both.
Whisty. Round of whisty. Hey guys. Hey you. What's up?
Take a gander at that mug. I ain't ever seen someone so adept looking my whole life.
Oh, you flirt.
Watch yourself, Captain. This guy's got eyes like a sprat set on stealing your dinner.
Oh, now, come on. All I mean is, well, rather that,
Look at this guy.
you don't seem like the usual pigeons we pluck. No offense, of course, if you are a Byzantium goldblood. Say, I'd like to do you a favor. Might I interest you in a surefire scheme? Wink, wink.
Oh yeah, that sounds legit. Goddamn, I don't trust this guy as far as I can throw him.
I certainly hope you're not insinuating the problem is me. I mean,
Clearly.
that would be preposterous. I never do anything under the table. That, Miss Malin ain't aware of. If there's any issue, really, you should talk to her. She's straight back in Malin's House of Hospitality.
What exactly are you doing to Miss Malin underneath her table, sir?
Oh, right. Well, I mean, if you're interested. Pure and simple, it's like this. I run our drug delivery service. Recently, I had the genius idea to cut costs in half by swapping our autoloaders with faster, cheaper sprats. Too right you are. Only problem is my sprat carriers ain't arrived from their latest run. As I was saying, You look more capable than most of the hoople heads around these parts. What say you locate him and retrieve the goods for me?
So who's training these
In
animals
return,
exactly?
I'll cut you 5% of the profit.
Or are you just putting your delivery goods on untrained animals and just shooing them out the door to see where they go? Holy shit, persuade 100? That's ridiculous.
I run my sprat carriers back and forth through the shipping tunnels near the waterfall. Ought to check there first. Good luck. And don't get any ideas about pilfering the drugs for yourself.
Too late.
Hit me. I won't even hit back.
That's because you'd be on the floor and punch him in the eye. That's funny.
Right. Now, like I said,
Hit me, okay.
me being
Bam!
a generous man, I'm willing to offer you a cut of the profit. Was that sarcasm? I'm going to assume it was not. If it's sarcasm, you've got to show it somehow, like with a wink. My sprat carriers
wink.
scurry back and forth through the shipping tunnels. Any trail ought to start there. When you've got the goods, I'll be here.
I mean, you got a bit of a point. If you're being sarcastic, you are supposed to let on somehow, rather than just doing it just dead flat. But usually people do that with a tone of voice or a smirk, not with a wink. That's weird. Onix Teller, alright, what do you got? Nothing of much interest. Good helmets, though, eh? But I'll just wait until I find some looted ones. Somebody's house. Nah. Okay. Questy.
This is Reginald's stuff, all right, but it looks like he's not home. Let's search the room. Try to figure out where he's gone.
Take his stuff.
Sounds like Cheney's gone gold panning down on the river. I guess even scholars need to find ways to make ends meet in exile.
Want to make a run with me to Stella Bay? Take the night off.
My dry goods come 75% guaranteed mold-free. Or was that 75% mold-free? No rubbernecking. Make a buy or move on.
Are you trying to tell me that they're 25% moldy? Is that what you're saying? Why are these locked? Restricted stock. What does that even mean? Not that I actually want these things. I'm just curious what that means.
You shopping for pre-owned or new? If you bloody it, you buy it. Store policy.
I mean, that's fair. It doesn't seem to be any better than what I got. Alright, moving on. Insurance agent. What is your deal?
Welcome to the offices of the Greater Halcyon Insurance Group, Halcyon's premier provider of life and disaster-related insurance. I'm obligated to inform you that our coverage does not extend to incidents deemed to result from negligence, criminal activity, or dullness of mind. Some people, but no one in this office, I assure you, might call it stupidity.
Obviously too common an ailment for insurance to cover.
Oh.
So, what kind of insurance package can I interest you in? We're running a special on dismemberment policies. Buy one, get one half off.
I like it.
Plenty. As my boss likes to say, there's a policy for every situation and an exclusion for every policy. We've insured unusually expressive eyebrows, outrageous statements, disastrous marriages. Those are mostly for top-rungers in Byzantium who have a lot of social and financial capital wrapped up in their marriage contracts. There's one for your beloved eloping with your sibling, your beloved eloping with their sibling, scandalous rumors forcing you apart, the revelation of a secret love child. We try to cover every possible hazard to domestic bliss.
Cute.
That policy is almost exclusively for our corporate clientele. In the unlikely event they make a claim about a product that turns out to be less than accurate, they need some kind of protection against the damage to their sales and reputation.
That probably happens all the time.
Usually character actors, or corporate execs with menacing stares. One thing's for sure, you won't find better policy protection against sudden lunar implosions anywhere in Halcyon.
Do sudden lunar implosions happen often around here?
We're not on Monarch. For all practical and tax-related purposes, this office is an official enclave of Byzantium. Legally speaking, corporations are not allowed to operate on Monarch, but financially speaking, there are certain costs to running a business from within Byzantium's walls. So while our official address is in the city, and while our office here is technically an extension of that address, we found it more expedient to conduct our key operations here. So we can... what's the phrase? Pass savings to the consumer, of course.
Uh-huh. That ever actually happens.
We prefer to think of it as chasing the savings. Turns out that not having to pay kickbacks, fines, and rent in the most expensive city in Halcyon improves our liquidity. Plus, Sublight keeps this place running remarkably well, and they sure drive business our direction.
Well, that was a conversation that just happened. Madeline, okay, we did want to talk to this person. For some reason. I assume. Alright, Wesley, there's a lot of people here with inky purple hair, aren't there?
You don't look like a smuggler nor a dandy. Catherine send you back here?
Sure, maybe.
On second thought, it's best if I don't know. What's your order? No, I don't have any... Ugh. If it's only a drink you're after, the full bar's upstairs. This here's the ante up, where you place your bets. Tossball, autoloader races, card games, you name it. I ain't picky. And neither is Catherine. We'll both break your legs if you lose, then shirk on paying.
Fair enough. So, what's that guy doing under your desk all the time, eh?
Uh-huh. You blind, fella? Or can you not see I'm busy?
You don't look busy.
Why is it every sissy pig fucker who strolls into my town expects me to smile and shout awful friendly? Welcome to Fallbrook. Only nugget of paradise in this entire law-forsaken land. Like a void damn advert.
Because you just did?
Crude but forthright. I admire that.
Were you wrong?
Truthfully spoken, I do aim to properly represent my aforementioned nugget of paradise.
Tell me more about your nugget, girl. A charm.
You know, I ain't heard that one before. Suppose I'll have to work harder to show you just what makes our town shine. But first, I'll need to know what brings you, stranger. Well, I'm half listening.
And half honest.
Good of you to finally haul your ass over here. I wired for backup weeks ago. Got something that's gonna require special extraction from Cascadia. So you got a brain on them shoulders. Excellent. Makes my life a world easier. To extract the gas, you'll need to siphon it from the lab in Cascadia into one of your ship's fuel tanks. Totally safe.
Oh, that sounds great. Define safe.
Meaning safe for me and my crew. Seeing as it ain't us undertaking the risk. Do I look like one of them egghead science types? All I know is that labs use it to create plants and livestock out of local species. But it's a controlled commodity, available only to the board, so it is of high value on the dark market. I do like your gumption, but let's not be hasty. To get to the gas, you'll need to navigate through the town, which is overrun by marauders. The lab itself has become an infested nest, crawling with mantis. You gotta fight through or figure out some other way to exterminate them. Maybe the ventilation system?
And will again. We ought to be taking any opportunity we get to bury those critters in lead.
Yeah, girl.
Direct and aggressive. I always did like your sensibilities. You know when to strike and when to wait. Shame what came of your crew.
Crews are for ships. They were a family.
Close enough. Now, after you clear the manti nest and reach the storage room, all that's left is to get the gas flowing into the fuel system. The task will require someone with technical skills. Or you could force it through with a plasma overload. Don't recommend that option, though, unless you want to get dead.
Not really.
And I'd rather not wait another several weeks for Lilia to send your replacement. Once you've got our goods, take them to the groundbreaker. Lilia's fencers ought to handle the rest of it. I've marked the coordinates for you to the lab in Cascadia. Use the passcode Antediluvian on the terminal to get in. But before you make your run, I could use a heavy helping hand regarding a local issue. For a fine fee, of course.
That was a strange password to choose.
Good. This particular matter of opportunity has been eating at me for a while now.
Well, that's what's happening
There's a
under your
Borscht
desk. Got
factory
it.
on up the way, run by a man who calls himself the King. Clive Lundberg, insufferable prick. That aside, it's a business ripe for the plucking. I want it. Clear as that.
If this is going to involve murder and mayhem, it should be fun. Hey, Spirit Flame. Thank you for the bits.
Stars, I hope so. Clive Lundberg, the self-proclaimed Borscht King of Monarch, is swimming in profit and drowning in his ego. He's making the only meal to be had this side of Monarch, and I'm tired of ponying up for my dinner. I want that Borscht factory, owner dead or alive. And you're the soon-to-be handsomely paid son of a bitch who's gonna get it for me.
Got it.
If you got brass knockers, you could shoot your way through the front gate. If you don't fancy getting shot to shit, you can try asking Duncan for a disguise. Might be another way in, assuming you're courageous enough to trek the sewers. Void if I know. Hit him where it hurts. In his gut or his production lines ought to make do.
Hey, Goober Jack, how are you two doing today?
Then I'd say you might care to poison the cysty pigs, doctor a few financial records, or throw a wrench in the canning machinery. It'll be more than good when you're finished. Maybe not for Clive, but for me and you, I'm sure. Oh, and if you don't fancy going in guns blazing or crawling through a sewer pipe, see Duncan in the dry goods and sundry building. He ought to have an employee ID in that stash of illicit goods he keeps for select clientele. May luck be with you.
Tricking my way in sounds more pleasant, but also sounds like I'd have to spend money on it. So I think I can crawl in through some fake sewers. I don't have to spend my money. Check out that cool outfit.
Folks I never met before are my most favorite kind.
Look like a space cop,
So,
not a
what's your
bartender.
story?
That badge thingy about.
Let me just stop you right there, stranger. My question, it's not one I really want an answer to. Not unless it accompanies some extra bits. Understand?
I'm not paying you to listen to me talk.
Splendid. We appear to be of the same mind.
Well, fine. You were gonna request for me. I'm just gonna leave. Wait, what was in there? Important. Alright. Let's get on with our questing. Let's see. Check for that guy by the river, eh?
Catherine's great, ain't she? She'll pull you out of the sulfur, so long as you don't mind being in her debt.
Efficient, clever, ruthless. I like her.
How do I get over there? George Harrison became a trans space bartender. Kind of looked like that, didn't it?
If you're feeling like the civilized type, the Waterfall's a good spot to wash your clothes.
Wash my clothes? Who does that? Come on. Maybe somebody should tell Jared about this place. Okay, you know what? This is a video game, and there's a waterfall. I have to check it. Gotta check for secret caves. Come on. I've played a Vigima game or two before. What's this? That's mine. Haha! Oh! I knew it. Plasma launcher. That sounds spicy. Let's see. Some decent damage. But let's see. Put it here. I'm not a super huge fan of the shrink ray anyway, to be honest. And the armor. What was that armor? Not great, but let's see. Naoka, what are you wearing? 18 and 20. Alright, yeah. Stuff. Hey! Got some loot. Tunnel, take your tunnel through the mountain. Yes. Best kind of secret tunnel there is. Secret waterfall, tunnel, mountain stuff. I don't know. Can't talk anymore. Hey, buddy. Got your friend here.
What do you want? Oh, hey, Vicar Max. What are you doing on Monarch? I thought scienticians ain't welcome here.
Haven't you heard? Everyone's welcome here. It's a fucking worker's paradise. But you wouldn't know anything about that, would you? Never worked a day in your miserable life. You're just a parasite, living off my goodwill. Well, guess what? My goodwill's exhausted, along with my temper.
No, it's not exhausted. His shotgun.
This is the guy who told me about the book while we were in prison. I lied about finding a scholar. But I don't care about any of that anymore. I just want to inflict massive amounts of pain on this guy.
Yeah.
Oh, he knew. Didn't you? Didn't you?
Okay, I admit it. I was tired of your high and mighty speechifying all the time.
Speechifying?
A joke, I swear. I didn't mean nothing by it.
See, Captain? I've dealt with this swine before. I know how he thinks. Now, where were we? Oh, that's right. I was about to beat you. Severely.
Wait. I know who can translate the book for you.
It's too late for that. I threw away my life chasing fairy tales. Will punishing you fix any of that? Of course not. But by law, it will make me feel a whole lot better.
And don't hold back on those feelings, Max. Come on.
Okay. Talk, Reggie.
It was stolen from some sort of expert on philosophism. Weird hermit lady on Scylla. My father used to deliver supplies to the mining outpost there.
Yeah, good old philosophism.
It's true. My father collected some extra bits on the side by diverting some of the supplies to the gal. The way he told it, he thought the book looked valuable, so he took it. Couldn't find any buyers when it turned out to not only be French, but banned as well.
Let's go meet this weird space hermit on the moon.
Fine. We've got more important things to do anyway.
Yes. Must meet the Moon Hermit after being mildly on fire first. Okay. But we're not going to do that immediately. Yeah. Got Clive to deal with. This. That. And do, I think, this one. You had to get your philosophism surgically removed, Goober? That sounds painful. How many days did it take you to recover after that? I hope your insurance covered it. If not, there's a good insurance salesman here in town. Right in there, I believe it was. They insure all kinds of things, including your eyebrows. Graves is that far away over there. 800. That's okay. That's closest. Let's do that one.
A vicar, huh? You a true believer, or do you just like the tithes?
Why, that's borderline offensive, Ms. Ramnareem Wentworth. Of course I believe. The tithes are merely a well-earned bonus.
Anne-Marie Wentworth. That's an awesome last name.
I met another believer once. Pushy type. He thought he'd been left behind for a reason. Thought he'd find some kind of cosmic truth in the wilderness. Got himself infected by a mantis and drowned in a sulfur pool. Some truth.
That's pretty true, if you ask me.
Can't get more brutally true than survival of the fittest. But don't mistake us all for blind fools. Intellect plays a large part in who stays among the living.
Glad to hear it.
Glad to hear it. Now let's shoot some wildlife.
Here we go. Got it. That one's done for.
Covering you!
Ah!
Never anger a man of the cloth.
Oh yeah. Okay. I think I need more. I need to pump up Persuade. Like a madman. Okay. Nice. A lot of body parts in the sulfur pool. Alright. What do you got? Meat. Give me a meat.
Watch it. These pools don't just stink. They'll take a toe off.
If I fall in, you'll pull me out, right?
Yeah, sure, why not?